What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, I wanted to take a look at the market, specifically Chaos Legion, because that's where all of my focus, or at least 99.9% of my focus is when it comes to building out my deck. For those who might be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. But secondly, I am currently playing in gold and doing my best to max out my deck for max out my Chaos Legion deck for gold. I haven't really invested in many other cards from previous expansions, and until I can max out my deck fully, I really don't want to spend time in or spend time or money, I should say, in any of the other expansions. I really just want to max out Chaos Legion to its fullest potential. So looking at the market here, we have continued to see prices across the board kind of slip down. Now, there are certain cards that are retaining value quite well in this, and obviously it's really going to be the top legendary cards that we have here. So your Dr. Blights, your Quicks the Devious Legendary Summoner, Queen Mycelia generally tends to be near the top as well. But we're seeing a lot of the other cards start to fall in value, and that is due to the fact that we have probably a static or very slow growing number of players, and more packs being opened every day. So the ratio of new cards hitting the market versus the amount of new players that are coming in at this time is just not lining up. And so there is the opposite of a FOMO in. There's, I don't know what the opposite of a FOMO in is. It's not a FOMO out, but people are just trying to get the most out of what they can for the cards that they get from packs, for example. So that is what is driving asset values down right now. Of course, also considering the broader markets for like Bitcoin and crypto being down and a lot of uncertainty happening in the world right now. So the two things that I like to look at here are usually the legendaries and the summoners. And as we can see here, I looked at some of the top legendaries, and as it stands, outside of these top three, we're getting close to $10 and under on these legendary cards, which to me is crazy to think about, considering where legendary prices were before Chaos Legion came out. But if you look at the bottom of these legendary cards too, If It Rising and Zyvax Vul, which I am very much not fans of because of the rechargeability. I mean, we now have these legendary cards under $4, which is crazy. So, it just goes to show that the whole market is kind of deflating. It's not like these top cards were inflated, now they're like going down. You're having the floor move as well, right? The bottom of the barrel kind of go down in price as well, which is to be expected when you see the entire market move like this. So the other side of this is summoners, and here we go again. I was making videos maybe a month ago looking at summoners and doing some analysis on this and saying, man, I wonder when we'll have all of the summoners under $4 or all the summoners under $3. And here we are, where General Sloan is consistently under $2.50. Thaddeus Brood has been consistently under $3. And the rest of the pack outside of Quicks the Devious are now consistently under $4. So we are at this point where there are more and more cards hitting the market, and fewer players that are acquiring it. I'm sorry, maybe not fewer and fewer players, but the same amount of players there to acquire it, right? So there's not a lot of new money coming in to scoop this up, to drive demand up. And that's fine, because that's exactly what we thought would happen, or at least I thought would happen once Chaos Legion didn't sell out, and we were looking at these kind of timelines for when we would expect certain milestones, right? When the next airdrop comes through, when the next, or when Chaos Legion will sell out. Now, I'm not going to do that in this video, because as it stands right now, I don't think, if I was to take the average over the last 10 days or even the last 2 weeks or a month, we're probably not slated to sell out until the end of the year, most likely even next year or sometime into early next year when it comes to Chaos Legion packs. And that also does not count the fact that there are probably going to be new cards, aka Rift Watchers, at some point later this year. I don't know that they would push that to next year if Chaos Legion didn't sell out this year, if they would push that. But in case there aren't, there'll be a lot more cards that'll be hitting the market at that point, right? 5 packs, 3 million. So was that 15 million more cards? that'll be coming onto the market at some point. Now there'll probably be a rush for those cards at first, as many people will be trying to level those up. And I don't know if the the limited amount or scarcer amount of those cards will drive up demand for those specifically. It probably could, and it probably will. But seeing where the market is going now, there is really only one date that I'm keeping in mind, because to me, it is going to be a fundamental shift in the entire economy. And it's really going to dictate so much of, everybody's kind of, everybody's psychology and what they're trying to do and what their investment strategies are. And that is the end of the airdrop. So the end of the airdrop is going to be, I believe, sometime in mid to late July. So we have a little bit more than 4 months left to go. But in regards to cards, right? Because the airdrop, I'm just talking about like the SPS airdrop. So, DEC will probably find its footing or new value after that, maybe going down back to its peg. Packs also will no longer be getting you 300 airdrop points per pack. So, you know me, I don't necessarily like to make predictions, but I'm going to make one here just for fun. I don't know how many disclaimers I can put out here, guys. This is for fun. This is not financial advice. This is just me kind of thinking out loud and trying to start a discussion with you, the rest of the community. I think that we are going to be in this kind of slow bleed down until the end of the airdrop. So about 4 months. I don't think, with the broader crypto market, I don't really see much happening with, things that are happening around the world. There's not a lot of excitement to do like a bull run, right? There might be a lot of people that jump into crypto out of necessity, as we saw in the conflict that's happening right now. But it's not like oh, hey, let's get rich. It's oh, hey, let's not lose all of our money type of situation. And who knows, that could bring some type of confidence in. I don't think it's like the crazy euphoric bull run confidence that, we're used to or that we've seen in the past. So when that happens, right, there's going to be a couple of things that I think would really drive the card price value down. And from the beginning, I've been saying, is it possible for us to see $1 or $2 summoners? Now, we're almost there with General Sloan. And once we get to the end of the airdrop, here's the thing. With no more incentive to hold packs, right, outside of price appreciation. As it stands right now, actually, let's go take a look at this. If we go to Splinter Cards, we've had 7.7 packs purchased, 7.7 million, and only 3.7 million. So less than half of them have been opened. So at that point, you have about 4 million packs. If it was to be today, right? If 4 people sitting on 4 million packs with still, a good amount to be sold, therefore, there's only 2 reasons that you're holding packs and not opening them. One is that you are using them for the airdrops. And 2, you are speculating on the price appreciation once Chaos Legion sells out. Now, those aren't mutually exclusive. You can be doing both of those. But after the airdrop ends in July or early August, there will be less incentive for you to hold the packs. And let's say we get to, let's say we get to August. And actually, I am going to do a little math here. So let's say we get to August. And 4 months times 30 days per month. So about 120 days. And we're doing about 20,000 packs per day. So that's going to be 2.4 million packs sold between now and August, which means that gets us to roughly 10 million. So we're only 2/3 of the way through selling out of Chaos Legion. Again, barring any kind of craziness that happens with a flood of new players or a rebound in the crypto market or whatever the case ends up being. So at that point in time, people are going to be looking at this and saying, okay, do I have time to wait another 6 months or however long it might take for, Chaos Legion to fully sell out so that I can get some kind of value and flip my packs for a profit, because now I'm just sitting on them, right? I'm not getting any other benefit. I'm sure many people are going to do that, especially a lot of the long-term holders and people who've been around the game for a while and understand that the assets appreciate in value. But I'm sure there will be many people who, once the airdrop is over and are sitting on packs, are going to look at that and say, you know what? I think I'm going to roll the dice. I think I'm going to open some packs because there's a chance I might get a legendary or a gold foil legendary or a gold foil whatever, right? So you'll have many more people taking on risk, or I don't even want to say it's risk at that point. You own the asset, so it's not like, but they will be more willing to roll the dice to see what they get. And, unfortunately, a lot of them are going to open up basic packs because that's just what the most common is. Basic pack is a rare and 4 commons, which at this point in time, we can take a look at what are your commons going for. The max amount, if you were to get 4 deep lurkers or goblin psychics, this is going to get you $1 here. And your most expensive rare, well, I guess your most expensive rare could be this. So you could just break even or maybe come out a little bit ahead. But keep in mind at that time too, because of the extra amount of cards, I do believe we will see a massive repricing in the market at that point. Now we're going to bleed down slowly, but I do also think that there will be a massive catalyst around that time. So again, I'm talking August. This is 5 months away. So this is just a little prediction that I'm making, not really based on anything outside of what we can expect and what we know to that will be happening when it comes to the airdrop ending, and what we, some of the things that we can maybe make confident assumptions on after that point. So that's what I'm thinking right now. To be honest with you guys, I am actually no longer buying cards, if that makes sense. So to be fully transparent with you, I was flipping a lot of my vouchers to buy cards, but to buy cards and to max out my deck. But I have since been either holding on to vouchers or actually selling the vouchers for SPS, because SPS is still the biggest play to me. And while I don't know what's going to happen with the price of SPS in the short term or medium term or even long term, I do believe that that is where the team is going to try and focus all of their efforts to drive value to, right? And they might be driving value to vouchers, but vouchers essentially are an extension of SPS. So if they're driving value to vouchers, that makes vouchers more valuable, which should technically make holding and staking SPS more valuable too. So that's kind of where I'm at right now and what I'm holding off for. Like I said, just wanted to share my perspective with you, because at this point in time, I don't see Chaos Legion selling out anytime soon, where all of a sudden there's going to be this massive spike in prices. So I do believe I can play a little bit of the long game here. Yes, I am rolling the dice by not getting my cards today and maxing out my deck and potentially paying more in the future. But hopefully I've laid out my reasons for you why I think that doing this will allow me to pay less in the future and therefore stack and stake more and more SPS, which for me is the biggest goal, right? I want to be an SPS whale and play, obviously have fun playing the game, but I am bullish on where Splinterlands, the company, and where Splinterlands, the game, is going in the long run. And SPS to me is where the real value lies in that. So that's all I have for you guys in this video today. Would love to hear your thoughts on this and what your plans are and how you see the market kind of playing out. Maybe we can have a little bit more of a speculative conversation. You know me, I don't like to give like price predictions and timelines and stuff like that. But today was a little bit more on the speculative side of what I think is going to happen. But again, take this all with a grain of salt. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a musician who decided to start playing crypto games and recording videos on YouTube. So this is not expert advice by any means. You should make sure you do your own research. All right, guys, that is all I have for you in this video. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next one, and I will see you around the game. Take care.